Radio. Live from the Jersey Shore to the world. Get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Take the show wherever you go. Download the free Radio Pup app for your smartphone or tablet. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Good morning. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin, 7:09, Tuesday, November 1st, 36 degrees, getting up to 60 today. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the Radio Pup app and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160. Join the conversation. We are now joined in studio by Bob Vosseller and Theresa Foster. FanNation. We're talking Ocean County Library. And, of course, the Geek Extravaganza. Good morning. How are you?
How you doing?
Oh,
thanks again for having us on.
I was a little nervous that neither of you were going to talk and just stare at the red light there for a second. That was like a well-oiled machine. So, Bob, this is your second go around here, right?
Yes.
And you now feel so comfortable that you are in full Star Trek regalia.
I thought it would be appropriate.
Yes. I know. Last time you were dressed as a mere mortal, and now you are ready to board the USS Enterprise. So there we go. Yep. All right, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving right along. So, Bob, why don't you tell folks, or actually either of you, you know what? Theresa, I think you should do this because you're the co-chair of the event. So why don't you talk to us about the Geek Extravaganza and about the Raconteur radio presentation of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, a staged radio play and themed party.
Well, FanNation is our Comic-Con for the library system, and we are kicking off with Harry Potter because Harry Potter is just everybody loves Harry Potter, especially with that new movie coming out. So Raconteur Radio is going to be doing a staged radio play and themed party. It's a golden age radio show with the equipment, vintage commercials, fog effects, theatrical lighting, really get everybody into the show. And they're specifically focusing on the book Goblet of Fire.
Cool. And by the way, not everyone loves Harry Potter because I'm pretty sure Voldemort did not like Harry Potter. I mean, let's be fair. I mean, it's one thing if you said everybody likes cake. I mean, that I agree with. Who doesn't like cake? But not everybody likes Harry Potter. So okay, so this is like a stage themed like immersion of Harry Potter type thing. Mm-hmm. And this is happening Friday night?
Friday night.
Okay, and it's at the Ocean County Library, Toms River Branch.
Toms River Branch.
And where do you do that? Like in the Mancini Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow, so that's going to be fun, right? And so how much preparation did it take for you to kind of put this together?
We start back in February.
Wow.
Planning all of our presenters for Saturday and the Raconteur Radio. What's funny though about fandom is that we start planning in February, and sometimes things become people come immersed into something at the very last minute. So like we didn't really plan for Stranger Things,
No.
but now Stranger Things is on Netflix, so we quick threw something in for Stranger Things. But fandoms happen all of a sudden even though we're planning so far in advance.
What is Stranger Things? Am I missing this?
Stranger
this
Things
is a
on
good
Netflix.
one.
It's like it's one of
Very
those
popular.
TV shows, extremely popular if you have Netflix. It's like The Goonies meets like 80s science fiction horror.
Oh, whoa.
Really
Okay.
good stuff. Really good stuff.
All right. And what's the do you watch that, Zach?
Yeah, I've seen the whole thing already.
Oh, is that the one we were talking about? No, that was the Dark
no,
Mirror.
that was Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Yeah, no. But Stranger Things is really good. I watched the whole thing.
Okay.
I think you would like it.
I listen. All right. So I'm in. I have Netflix. So you're saying that so you've kind of on the fly said, okay, this is hot. This is something that people are going to like. Let's do this. And so this is like, am I wrong in picturing like Rocky Horror Picture Show but Harry Potter style?
Oh, for
Friday night.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, is that kind of what it is? Like you come dressed
We
in
encourage people to come in costume
come
from
dressed
Harry
in
Potter.
your wizard outfit or whatever, and bring your magic wand. I have one now, by the way, because Marianne gave me one. Okay, so the Geek Extravaganza. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. So that is from 10 to 4, right?
On Saturday.
On
On
Saturday.
Saturday.
There are 20 panels, workshops, and presentations. So what do you mean? Like, what kind of panels do we have?
We have Why People Love Pokemon. We have Steven Universe. We have how to do cosplay on the fly, how to draw. So somebody will be teaching people how to draw superheroes.
What is cosplay?
Cosplay?
Costumes.
Oh,
Loads of costumes. And we'll have a lot of organizations that will be present in costume. We'll have our friends from the SCA, maybe in full battle armor. My group, of course, will be there in full Star Trek uniform. We'll have our friends from the 501st Stormtroopers, everything from Star Wars.
Really? So, Bob, explain this to me. Like, because, you're an intelligent guy, right?
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so.
I mean, obviously,
Others may disagree.
you're a little touched, right? I mean, you know what I mean by that. So,
Yeah.
but what's the allure of like being a character? Right, because that's what it is. It's like it takes you out of yourself on some level, right? And you're doing. I mean, explain it to me.
To a degree. I think it's another way for us to be part of what we enjoy so much.
Okay.
Like I have several, as we talked about before we started to air, different costumes and uniforms from over the years. From the different eras of Star Trek. It's just something fun to put on when you're going to a convention or doing a particular function, and FanNation certainly lends itself to that.
Right.
So it just adds a little bit more to the fun.
Yeah, it just makes it more fun and makes it like, I guess it's better than if you were doing like a SpongeBob SquarePants cosplay or something, because then
He might be there.
I mean that's awkward, right?
Oh, we had a variety of people last year.
Yeah.
In costumes.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a panel talking about that, like about what's fun about it, how to do it right, or how to
Yep.
how to
How to do it on a budget.
Okay. Cool. So you can make can you make your own uniform, your own outfits and stuff?
We are going to be having a craft area. People can make bow ties. So we're going to have all kinds of different geek fabric. So you can leave with a little something.
Right. Because everybody has to have a bow. If you're a geek, like bow tie and pocket protector, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and propeller head.
Or Doctor Who, the bow tie.
That's right, Doctor Who.
Bow ties and fezzes are cool.
Oh my God! Now Doctor Who was the one that was on like PBS or something, right? It was like, was that like an English one or something, or am I thinking of Doctor
when it first
No?
came to this country, no, Doctor No, James Bond.
Oh, Doctor No, James Bond. Doctor Who. Yeah.
Doctor Who's been going on for more than 50 years. I mean, I'm a big fan of that too, and we'll even have a TARDIS, which is the blue police box.
Okay.
We'll have that present to once again have your photo taken in.
Wow.
So,
okay. All right. So this is cool. So when we come back, I want to talk about some of the authors that are going to be there, because I think we got some pretty cool authors, and you're going to have to explain to me what some of these books and stuff are, because there's two problems here. Number one, it's a whole like different universe of books, right? And number two, we all know how my affinity for reading is. So you're going to have to kind of not that there's as we know now, the Ocean County Library is a place for everyone, whether you like to read or whether you like to be there as part of the community, in this case, experiment. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, Bob Vosseller, and Theresa Foster. Back after this.
Get more Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin at our website, WOBMAM.com. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.
Hey, welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, 721. We're talking to Bob Vosseller and Theresa Foster there with the Ocean County Library. And we're talking about the Geek Stravaganza coming up this weekend. But before we get any further, Theresa, so tell me what it is that you do at the library.
I'm a librarian. I work with teenagers, high school students, middle school students. I'm at the Barnegat branch. I don't work up in Toms River here.
Barnegat. There's another branch besides Toms River?
There are 21 libraries.
21 libraries. That's a lot of books. My goodness. So you've had to commute up to Toms River to take care of this thing? How are you doing with that?
Yes. Yeah, come back and forth. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a big deal that they recognized you down in Barnegat and said, we want you to be the co-chair of this event here at the mothership.
Well, it started many years ago with Anime Nation,
Right.
and I was chairing Anime Nation, and we evolved anime because there's so many fandoms beyond just anime. So that's why it became FanNation.
Yeah. Cool. So you do, so anything that's teen oriented, you're all over it like a fly on poop, right? Got it. Bob Vosseller, what is it that you do? I mean, we've talked to you before, but what is it that you do for, the library?
I work with the Public Relations Department. I'm a member of that department that's based right in Bishop, so I just have a short walk back. And we promote the many, many programs and services of the Ocean County Library, which keeps us busy between drafting press releases and producing videos and doing everything we can to make people aware of all the many things that are going on at the Ocean County Library system.
Very cool, very cool. I am, I'm actually looking up. I've never really been an anime guy, which is kind of, I that's weird, right? I had Akira. Was that the name of it?
Yes.
That was like one of the first animes like that made it to like I actually own Akira, and I remember watching that. I have it on DVD, and I watched it a long time ago with my wife, and we both were like, "What's happening?" Like we had no idea what was going on, other than there were a lot of like animated things jumping around and moving around. But I'm sure you have a whole different appreciation of it, don't you?
I do.
All right, good. Well, that's for another day.
You got to check out Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, Attack on Titan's great.
Whoa, her eyes just lit up. She was like,
It's a good one.
She was like, "You go, Zach."
Yes.
I love that. All right, cool. So let's talk about some of the authors. That's different. That's Dudley Moore. Let's talk about some of the authors that are going to be at the Geek Extravaganza. Tell me about them.
We have 2 authors coming of young adult books, and Barry Liga is a best-selling author. His geekiest book is The Astonishing Adventures of Fanboy and Goth Girl. And the other author we have coming is Sarvanish Tash, and her most recent book is The Geek's Guide to Unrequited Love. And The Geek's Guide to Unrequited Love is about finding love at Comic-Con. So the whole book takes place at New York Comic-Con.
Right. And is this? Am I seeing a Steven Seagal, author of Geek Wisdom?
That is not the Steven Seagal that you
thought,
are thinking.
I was thought because I wondered if Jean-Claude Van Damme was also coming.
Geek Wisdom is it's a book of just all these really cool quotes from some of our favorite movies and some of our favorite books and TV shows, and all the inspiration you can find from some of those one-liners that we appreciate so much.
And of course, these books will be available for purchase during the signings, right?
And autographs.
And
yes.
you can have the author sign it for you in, whatever. And that sounds like fun. And again, you're encouraging everyone to come in costume on Saturday specifically, right?
Yes, because the day will culminate with a cosplay contest, and we have lots of prizes for all 5 of our categories. So if it's movies and TV, comics, anime, science fiction, and fantasy.
Fantasy, horror.
And of course, employees of the library cannot win, right, Bob?
That is correct.
All right, good. I just was curious because
we'll be busy judging.
It seems like you have the inside advantage because you're the only man I know that actually had like, hey, I happen to have my my USS Enterprise crew member uniform in the car. Let me go grab that real quick. Yeah. Because, like I said, if I get like a stain on my shirt, I go grab another shirt. You get a stain on your shirt, you come back in full uniform. I mean, that's,
absolutely.
But it's different. And then so when we come back, what are we? We have like a minute left there?
Yeah, a little over a minute.
A little over a minute. Okay, so when we come back, Bob, I've already given you a magic wand once before, but I want to give you a Geek Extravaganza magic wand, right? What you would do relative to this event and relative to building kind of, people's perception around what you're passionate about, cosplay and that kind of thing, right? And then of course, Theresa, you get your own magic wand. You can do whatever you want with it because he gets a specific one now because he's already done this before. But I also want to talk. About what fan groups we're going to see there because I know there's a lot of them coming, and I know that people are going to have their ears perk up when they hear, because I want to, of course, it's this Saturday, so we're going to have the Donald Trump fan group, the Hillary Clinton fan group, the
politics.
Uma Abedin fan group. Anyway, listen up to Hometown View in the news. Back after this.
The news never stops at WOBMAM.com. Get the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from the Bob Levy Broadcast Center, overlooking the Toms River, it's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show, 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. It is 7:36, Tuesday, November 1st, 36 degrees, getting up to 60 today. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio, streaming live on the radio pop app and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160. Join the conversation. We are joined in studio by Bob Vosseller and Theresa Foster, we are talking FanNation. We are talking the Ocean County Library. We're talking about the Geek Stravaganza. Is this the first Geek Stravaganza, by the way?
No, it's the second.
Oh, it's the second. So this is going to be is this an annual thing?
It is.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's just getting bigger and
It
bigger.
is. It's gonna overflow. It's gonna burst out of the Toms River branch of the Ocean County Library. Tell me about the fan groups, right? So I know that we have. It looks like we have a couple of Star Trek fan groups and Star Wars fan groups. So what are you expecting? Who are we expecting to be there?
Well, my group will be there representing Star Trek, talking about Star Trek's big 50th anniversary this year. We're a chapter of Starfleet, which is an international Star Trek fan association with more than 200 chapters across the planet. And we'll also be looking ahead to next year's big Star Trek event, the premiere of Star Trek Discovery, which is coming out in May of 2017 on CBS Direct. So it's like a Netflix type service. So, that's a whole different way of seeing Star Trek this time.
And that's a new Star Trek series.
That's right.
Wow. So let me ask you this. So there was Star Trek. I remember at the time, right? There was a Star Trek thing going on. There was Battlestar Galactica, and there was Buck Rogers. Do you remember Buck Rogers?
Yes.
Okay.
Gil Gerard and Aaron Gray.
Yes.
Met them both. Yeah.
With Tweaky.
Yep,
So,
beady. Yeah.
So did you watch all of them, or did you? Because I think you had to fall in a certain camp, didn't you?
Not necessarily.
No?
No.
I know that I had a lot of friends who were Battlestar Galactica fans. I was a Buck Rogers fan because I thought that the female lead was very attractive, and I don't know.
Erin Gray. She's lovely.
She was very pretty, and
Yes.
that made me happy at that moment.
Yes.
So, but I didn't watch Star Trek because my sci-fi world was filled with Buck Rogers.
Well, that was around 1979.
Yeah.
And Star Trek: The Motion Picture had just come out around that time.
Right.
And Battlestar Galactica was like the major space saga.
Yeah.
It came right off the heels of Star Wars.
Right.
And was the special effects. John Dykstra came right from Star Wars, and was also doing Buck Rogers. And I believe it was Glenn Larson who produced both Buck Rogers on NBC and Battlestar Galactica on ABC.
It was a big time. By the way, Theresa's clearly impressed with your knowledge on the subject matter. She's like, oh my God, Bob, you're, yeah.
It was a great time,
It's in 1979. I wasn't even around in
No,
1979.
she's way too young. Yeah.
Oh well, come on. I mean, this is all I have. I can't talk anime. I mean, you and Zach can talk, but when it's wake up with Zach Collins, then you guys can talk about whatever you want. All right.
I like the sound of
All
that.
right, listen, I'm sure you do. Okay, it's that time where we give you the magic wand, the pixie dust, the fairy dust, the ability just to wiggle your nose and make something happen. Bob, I'm going to start with you. What are you doing with your new magic wand?
I would love to see, besides loads of people coming to FanNation, just taking a little time for those that attend to take a little dip into another pool of fandom. I, too, have no knowledge of anime, so perhaps I'll learn something about that particular fandom.
Very cool. Very cool. I thought you were going to say you would like to teleport Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton to like another dimension, but no.
I think they already are.
Yes, that's true. Theresa, what are you doing with your magic wand? Theresa, I know, fairness, you've had 35 minutes here to think about what you're going to do with it, and now to shake your head and say, "I have no idea." It's disappointing, Theresa.
Well, I want to put Firefly back on the air, but that's never going to happen.
Firefly.
That's a cult classic.
It's a cult classic.
Zach, you familiar with Firefly?
No,
Joss Whedon, who did Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel and all those other amazing things.
No, I don't know this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's your magic wand? You want Firefly back?
I mean, we're talking fandom, that's my wish.
That's it.
It was sort of a Western in space.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah.
Oh, like what was that movie? Cowboys and Aliens?
Yeah.
Do you remember that movie?
Well, not quite that way,
novel,
but yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry that wasn't a pertinent reference there. Okay. So let's listen. Just to review, both programs are free, but you need to register, right? You can register by calling 349-6200, or of course by visiting www.theoceancountylibrary.org. right? So we are asking people to register. Friday night is, of course, our Harry Potter event, right? Our Harry Potter theatrical event. And Saturday is the Geek Extravaganza, 10 to 4 at the Ocean County Library. Any parting words?
Just thanks again for having us on and being able to promote this wonderful event.
And Theresa, since this is an annual thing, they've already signed you up for next year, right?
Yeah.
You're in this in perpetuity, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. Thanks, guys, for coming in. It was fun. Back